Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am excited and a little bit nervous because this is officially my first video. I know it's a funny way to start a channel, going straight into exam study tips, but this is actually the life that I'm living right now, and it's probably the life that you are also living. I initially wanted to host an online meeting to discuss study tips, but I thought a YouTube video would cater to a large number of students, which is why we're here. Before we get into the tips, let me introduce myself properly. I am Kgaogelo, a second year accounting sciences student at the University of Pretoria. To get to know me more, go check out my page on TikTok. The first thing we are discussing is planning. If you have started yet with your examinations, you can still do it if you haven't done it. Write down a list of all your topics for your different modules or your different subjects, right? And then on your planner, write down the dates of your exams. So for each and every exam, you will know the number of days that you still have. I prefer keeping the last 2 days for revision and then use all the other days to study different topics. The next thing is color coding your topics. So we're using the robot method where we highlight the difficult topics with the red color, I can handle the topics with a yellow color, and green for the topics that you're really good at. So this is gonna guide you on the amount of time you should give each and every topic. The red topics should be given more attention. There's no point in you understanding and being able to answer a certain topic to a level of 8 out of 10 and having a topic that you're really struggling with. So we're gonna try to work on those topics that we are struggling with. Give them more time. I am, however, not saying you should neglect the green topics. Try to also revise them. To avoid getting bored or discouraged when studying, I mix my topics up. So I'd study law for a certain amount of time, and then the next session it's a different module. Even if the law topic was very small, I could add another one. I would still do a different module so that I don't get too bored or too discouraged when I'm studying. Now the next one is very important. Past papers. I know everyone says it. If you check any YouTube video that will talk about study tips, past papers is going to be there. But I think something that we often kind of miss is how do you use past papers. My approach to past papers is I do a certain question, or you can do the whole paper, but because I know I might forget some of the things that I read, which might be time consuming for me to reread. But I think doing the whole question is actually a good exam technique because you train yourself to write fast so that you stick to the time that you have in the exam. But I write a question and then I look at the memo, I mark my attempt. If I get anything wrong, I write what I got wrong. Why is it wrong? For example, I would calculate maybe depreciation using the wrong method, right? And I was supposed to use the other one. Then I would write my depreciation method was wrong. I used this method instead of that method. So next time, how can I avoid that mistake? Whenever I see the word then I should use this method, something like that. So you write down what is it that you have missed. So before the exam, I'd go through that document with all the mistakes that I've made and how to avoid the mistakes. Then I know that I go into the exams, I have not only studied, but I've only noticed the mistakes that I usually make, and I am going to avoid the mistakes in the exam. My fourth tip would be on managing distractions. Distractions are always going to be there. How you tackle them is what I believe is so important. I tend to find my cell phone very distractive. So something I'll do is I'll send a friend a message and ask them to send me a message at a certain time. The message should not be delivered on my WhatsApp. So this forces me for a certain period of time. So that forces me to stay offline, and I cannot really do much with my phone if I have switched off my data or my Wi-Fi. So get an accountability partner, someone who will hold you accountable, someone who would keep on checking up on you. If you feel like maybe standing in your room is very distractive, you want to change places, then talk to someone. Let them know that they should check up on you at a certain time and see if you are where you're supposed to be. Tip number 5, ask for help. I know it can be difficult to get help from a peer who's also struggling with something else, but you have your teachers, you have the online resources. Reach out where possible. Find resources that can actually help you understand a certain concept that you're struggling with. You are not meant to do this alone. This one is for high school students. If you are doing mathematics, sciences, something that I really used to like doing is going to YouTube and looking for exam type questions. So I would see a video where they are discussing an exam question. In most cases, those questions or the question papers they're doing would be the question papers that I have done before, and I'll go to certain parts that discuss the things that I found really difficult, or I see what the memo did, but I don't understand why. So I'd watch that video to explain the whole process, the whole calculation. So try that out. Tip number 7, similar to planning, write down your goals. You know how you've done before, but that doesn't necessarily determine how you will do this time. But just be realistic and set some goals for yourself. Write down your targets. I feel like if you have a mark that you are aiming to achieve in front of you while you are studying, you get so motivated. I know motivation is not something we should be relying on this time, should actually be more disciplined, but you just get that your why, you see your why you are still studying. So this is how you're going to set yourself some goals. You reflect on your past performance. Be very realistic. You don't want to put yourself under too much pressure. And understand how much each topic contributes. This would help you when you are still studying. So you know, okay, this topic contributes about 40% of the paper, and this one is 10%. We are not neglecting the 10% topic, but we're just spending more time on the 40% topic to make sure that we fully understand it. As you are studying your topics, write down summaries. Have 1 pages for each and every topic. I really think it's something that you should have by now. So when you're studying a topic, if you did have mind maps before, just go through the mind map. It depends on the kind of subject that you're studying. Because if it's a theory subject that's very heavy on definitions, processes that you might need to go through, you actually do need to go back to your notes. But if it's more of a calculation, so your mind map would have your formulas, when to use which formula, then you can just go through that mind map and then do questions. We are now on tip number 9, and I just want to say, be kind to yourself. Don't be too harsh on yourself. Be kind to yourself. Rest. You are not a robot. And most importantly, please do not compare yourself to the next person. At this stage, you should not compare yourself to the next person. It's you versus you an hour ago. Okay? If you're still here, thank you so much. Don't forget to like the video, drop a comment down below, subscribe, turn on the notification button, and share with any student that you know. It could be a high school student, a university student, someone you think might find this information very valuable. And if there's any type of video that you'd like me to make, feel free to comment down below what you want me to post next. I'm not sure if I have the luxury of time to make another YouTube video, but I do have a week or two. I think it's 2 weeks before. I think it's three. So I still have time before my final examination, so I might do something, learn something for you all. Thank you so much for watching. Now the last tip. This is the last one. Dealing with anxiety before your examinations. So I know sometimes, especially if you've been struggling with a module, you find it so stressful when you are about to write the module. So I found this interesting post on LinkedIn, and it just had tips on how to do well as a student. And one of the things that I really liked is what to do before your examination. So basically the day before or a few hours before your examinations. Avoid putting yourself in a situation where you still have to think about what outfit you're gonna wear, what you're gonna eat, what time you're gonna leave rest. So before you sleep, the night before your examination, know what you are going to wear the day of the exam. Know what time leaving. Literally plan out how you're gonna spend those few hours before your examinations, what time you're leaving for the exam, and what kind of transport you're using, and also know what you're gonna be eating. Literally avoid being in a situation where you have to think about something, and if possible, watch something very light before you write your examination to avoid panicking. I really don't encourage that you do some studying before the examination, because you might realize that there's something you kind of forgot to study or something you do not understand, and you might panic, which might affect the outcome. And that is it for today's video. I hope you found these tips very helpful. I hope they make you feel more confident as we step into the exam season. Remember, you do not have to be perfect. You don't have to have everything figured out. One task at a time, one study session at a time, one chapter at a time, one page at a time. Be kind to yourself. Don't be too harsh on yourself. If you found this helpful, even if you did not, just give it a thumbs up and tell me what to work on next time. I'm waiting for you to like the video. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe, drop a comment, and share this with anyone you think might find the video helpful. Thank you so much. See you next time. By the way, all the best with your examinations.